Happy Friday, guys. Dhylles Victoria here, Queen of Sip and Chat Movement. Welcome to Sip and Chat Movement TV World Changers, TV show worldwide, Source Nation. We are here again another amazing Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. This Friday I have an amazing guest. She is a firecracker. I love her dearly. When I met her, I just knew we were just gonna mesh and be kindred sisters. But before I start the show, as always, I have to thank my sponsors, because without them, it would not be possible. So sponsors are Zulina Health, Wellness, and Fitness, Paper to Film Productions, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Revolution Mills, Renovations, and New Covenant Praise Worship Center. So once again, like I said, we always have to thank the sponsors. Again, Dhylles Victoria here, Sip and Chat Movement, Queen of Sip and Chat, and Sip and Chat World Changers TV. And again, without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you the amazing, fabulous, sparky, spunky, feisty, I mean, all these names. Lolo of Lolo
like
Brands.
I should be like this because this is how you normally meet me.
Yes.
And the fact that this is Sip and Chat.
Yes.
Right here, ching, ching. Ching, ching.
Ching, ching. Thank you for coming on, Lola.
Yes. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you, honey?
I'm amazing. I'm
That's
not used
good.
to being on the hot seat.
It's all good. It's all good.
This conversation might even just turn to you like, wait a minute, did I interview her? Did she interview me?
It's all good. We can play that. So, of course, the first thing on the agenda is, what are you sipping today?
Pinot Noir, darling.
Very nice. Very nice. I'm sipping on water.
It's my faves.
That's awesome. Well, my favorite wine either is Riesling or Pinot Grigio. Those are my two favorites.
Oh, yeah. These are good. Nice, crisp. Just a
Yes.
little bit, just enough of the sweetness, but not all that sweet. But I like the balance of those ones a lot. You know, and I like the crisp flavors and like the feeling. It's wonderful.
What's your favorite brand of wine?
Oh, honey, I can't even now. It's just so many. Like, I'm like, no, I can't even say that there's even a favorite. I want to try a lot of them.
Right.
You know, and there's only, you select your few and you're like, man, I can stand in the wine aisle and just sit for a while.
Yeah, that's me. Like, I haven't tried that one. I want to try that one. Maybe this one.
Right. I feel like I'm going all over the world and like sipping at least the flavors of that country. So that herb. So I'm very passionate about wines. You know, I used to do wine parties at my house.
Nice.
For a lot of my friends, just invite them over for like a sip, an actual sip and chat, an actual one with just my friends and family. I'd have them all bring their favorite bottle to share. We'd all get together. I'd lay out all like different types of foods, the ones that I had and the pairing, and then we would pair their wines with the foods that I had selected.
Okay,
and it's always wonderful. We all learned something, and if there was something, we'd all learn something. We'd have the music going, and at those days, I was doing a lot of like Motown and salsa. At the same time, with my friends, because a lot of my friends at that time were from a church. And so we would all get together or whatever at that time. But I always liked that kind of thing, like that kind of like that congregation that a lot of these friends try to have instead of all of this tick, 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 where the songs going on by, but they're right on here.
Yeah.
Their present is just everywhere else, but it's just so
totally get it.
I don't know, like I think that there's something to the whole journey. I'm an artist, so I love the layers in the detail.
It's like an onion. Just
actually, that's like my favorite part of doing any of my paintings is like the details, getting right down to the nitty gritty, what I'm about to just express. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, tell Source Nation who Lolo is, what she's about, and what is your brand? What's your business?
what is my brand? What is my business? My whole business is based in entertainment and wellness and healing. I started out 5 years ago with the LOLO radio show. It was kind of a spin-off of shows that I had previous that I was doing with Voice It Radio. And then I kind of ventured off and started doing my own thing, running like a whole MixLR, doing, and then I did that for about a couple of years up until my mom had cancer, got diagnosed with cancer. Then I took pretty much a good year off of doing anything. I just couldn't talk. I couldn't do anything. But that's the lovely thing about life. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything, even during that time. And I think this is a real important point. I think that's why you have this anxiety in the world today. We all think we have to do everything right now, like we're going to miss something. There's nothing more unattractive than anybody that's thirsty. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I totally get it.
You really have no faith if you got to sit there and be too damn thirsty. You know what I mean? It's like, and I always took that to heart, because we all can fall in that trap. We all do at times. It feels sometimes, some days are great, other days they're a little dim, and that's the pool of our faith, our strength to connect back to the source, back to the universe, back to oneness, back to, hey, slow down. You're okay. Why don't you just take a, just rest for a minute.
Exactly.
So me getting into the massage therapy business, almost 20 years that I've been doing healing work, for over 20 years. I literally, do you want to know how I got into that profession? I was a single mother of my 3 sons, okay?
Which look great for 3 kids, by the way, I'm just saying.
Thank you. And they're all, my firstborn, Dominique, he graduated college.
Congrats.
A 4-year degree, and he's doing great. He's working, self-sufficient. And then I got 2 more sons in college, and they're working and self-sufficient, and I was able to create that in my life, because some of the men that I was meeting even in my past,
girl,
not always self-sufficient. Do you know what I'm saying? They needed some help. They got misguided along the way. And, whether we blame moms or, their upbringing, but you know what? We could blame mom, because and some people lose their way just naturally. They can have all the tools, right? And then they can meet up with somebody that could take all those tools that they've been raised with, that could make them succeed. And then all of a sudden, that scripture comes up in the back of my head. Bad associations spoil useful habits. And I always could take everything from all kinds of, different things, whether it's my base in Christianity, to all of my, through some of my Buddhist principles, to a lot of the, just aligning my chakras and getting some energy healing from somebody else's hands, touch, art, music. So I started putting all of these things together, which have come up with LOLO. Simply just LOLO.
Because you are the brand and you embody everything else.
How am I becoming a world changer? Well, like the quote says, becoming the change, me, that I see in the world.
Yes, I agree with that 100%. And you're not becoming a world changer. I find that you are a world changer.
Enjoy, not, trying not to get so caught up in all of these outside things, but always coming back and checking in to myself, accepting myself, loving myself, giving myself the pep talk that I would give anybody else, going out and getting that much needed massage, I tell a lot of people to, because a lot of people need it. And then you have, or going and, taking care of my skin. I'm an esthetician. I've been doing that since 2009, so my skin isn't by accident. I set an intention to be preserved for a long time. I wanted a teenager to look at me and be like, wow.
Exactly.
On my possibility at 45, I'm not scared to grow old again. I see LOLO, and you know what? She's doing it, and you know what? She's getting even better. That's what I would want these young women to say. I don't want them to grow old and think that this is, your time's up because you passed 40. We're past those days, honey, especially since J-Lo, Beyonce, all of them are doing their thing, and they're looking great, and I know we have all of that money. I don't want to hear about all of the money. It doesn't take all the money to look good. It takes going inside and doing certain things for yourself and investing in yourself to look good. Anybody can do that. I'm living proof, and I have nowhere near J-Lo money, but I'm right there with J-Lo.
I think you could teach J-Lo a thing or two. I think you could teach J-Lo a thing or two.
I think we all can teach each other. We all have this conversation that we can have with you. That's why you created your show. You wanted to just kind of spark a movement, this queendom.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise people up, because you know what it's like. You were from New York City, honey. I know that wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. It's a different type of animal, man. Like once you reach a certain time frame or mind frame or awakening, you just like, this ain't it. This does not align with, like you said, chakras and energy and all that. I wasn't aligned to it anymore. So,
girl, I see myself going more back into the country when I get older.
Yep.
I'm not kidding. Like I'm doing a lot of that now. I find myself going to more royal places. And that having just that downtime and that quiet and that atmosphere, that simplicity, that simple abundance, not needing too much, just appreciating the surroundings of where you're at. That's why I like where I'm living at now, because there's a lot of trees, there's trails, there's a metro parks not too far from here. I just go and just walk. I can go and watch a nice train that you can actually get on and travel down over the canal.
Wow.
Over the falls. And it's so beautiful. I think every place has their beauty. I can take all the places that I'm from and all the people that I've met along the way, even the people who have broken my heart, and I can still appreciate what gift they gave me in my life. How they taught me something, how they made me want to grow.
That makes perfect sense.
Yes. They helped me. That's a hard lesson for most folks to get, because they're still living in anger.
Holding grudges.
Yes, holding grudges. Just not letting things go. Not saying, you know what? God, I did deserve that, didn't I? You were trying to warn me about this a while ago, and I just didn't get it. We got to go back inside. We got to start doing more of this than this.
Yep. What's that saying go, that when you point one finger, three fingers are pointed back at yourself?
Yeah. Yes. And the world will show you that. It will show you, it will come back real quick on you.
Agreed.
Has there ever been a time in your life that you felt like that?
Yeah, of course. Recently. And I had to kind of like turn it around and say, okay, what was it that you contributed to this situation, or why, or whatever, or why you allowing it to affect you in certain kinds of ways and things like that. So definitely I am the same way too. When people come in and out of my life, I try to figure out, within myself, what's the lesson that they taught me? What did I learn from them? Why were they here? Because not everyone's going to be in your life. Some people are going to be in your life, some people are going to leave your life, and you have to allow them to exit gracefully without you know, any type of grudges or anything like that, and wish them well, like sincerely, authentically wish them well, and not just be like, all right, whatever, because that's just like my fiance always says, you know, you have to be accountable for the things that you say and things that you do, your actions, everything. And, you know, I do my best to live by that.
We have to self-manage. That's a lot. We talk about managing, but we first need to do that in ourselves before we can act and lead anybody else.
Yes,
we got to take an assessment of where we're at, even in the day. That's why I believe in meditation.
Yeah.
I believe in waking up to the self, you know, honoring myself, just making those habits my everyday.
Yep.
Sometimes we could just get so off track where it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if I can get through this day.
Yeah.
You know? And you're just feeling just the pressure, or like the weight, you know, on the heartstrings, or, you know, in the solar plexus. I always feel it either here or I feel it here. It will even physically tell me where I'm ailing. And even in my feet, the feet, they don't lie.
Nope.
Feet don't lie. I do a lot of reflexology. And I'll tell you what's one of my favorite things to do on people. It's like, because I want them to feel that pressure, like that pressure point, that release of that pressure.
Right. A lot of people walk around like this all day.
You can get that even with the feet. That's probably what I get even to this day, 20 years doing that kind of work, how much people feel relieved. You know, it's amazing, you know, how much I'm so grateful to have this energy that still translates into healing.
That's awesome.
Just this. What's your business, Lo? This. My business.
How did you end up combining everything that you do into one?
Girl, I mean, you know what? I was confused myself for a time. I was so confused at one point. I didn't know what I was going to do. And see, that was the thing for a long time. That was the $1 million question. What the hell was I going to focus on? I'm like, well, why do I have to just focus on one damn thing? And I get it. I get it. Like, I'm just like, why can't I just flow and have fun? Like, you know, the music production part that we do, that I do with my husband-to-be, that's coming up July 13th.
Congratulations.
One of the most important days of my life. I will make that a world-changing announcement.
Yes.
I honestly feel like that is some huge change. I was freaking my own self out this last couple weeks. I ain't been married in 13 years, girl. That's scary as hell.
I know. I'll be married next year.
Divorce is not fun.
No, it's not. Been there.
That's why I said, I'm just going to cut my losses. I'm saying, bye, Felicia. Oh, bye. Here. I don't need nothing from you. Just get out of my life. Bye.
That's right.
You know what? And I'm still friends. I'm still friends with my ex to this day. I kid you not. There's no hate. There's no anything.
Yeah.
When you just know, just sometimes, for me anyway, I know I learned how to cut my losses.
Yeah.
I learned when to fold them.
Yeah. I'm still friends with my ex-husband too. I mean, we talk every now and again, and I see his stuff on Facebook. He sees mine. He likes my stuff. I like his, and so on and so forth. But I mean, we're cool now. Before, oh Lord, it was crazy. But now
your feelings are hurt. All the emotions are high. Everybody got, you know, just some, you know, it's like a 3-act play. It's like freaking Macbeth.
This is true. But good for you.
Lord. I could have probably a few great Shakespearean LOLO plays.
Seriously, I wouldn't put it past you. I'll be like, all right, front seat, thank you.
Girl. Anyway, okay.
That painting is amazing.
I just did this one, right?
Wow.
That probably looks a little complicated, but it is.
I love it though. I love it.
You know what? That to me reminds me of just flowing and I had so much fun doing this piece.
just flowing and having fun and letting go.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be complicated, and it can still be beautiful. The end result can still be beautiful.
I love the color scheming, how you have like the teals, the greens, and then the purples, and how it just incorporates with the black and the white, and how it's just, yeah. It looks like a beautiful volcano. That's what it looks like, a beautiful volcano.
Oh, that is so awesome. Aww.
It looks like a volcano that's full of zen, a zen volcano.
Yeah, I've done some heated ones. I've done some heated paintings. And you can feel my heat in those paintings. You know, it's like, I think that's the thing though, with me, the way that I paint is the way that I talk. It's the way that I communicate, but just in a different way. You know, that's why even as an artist, I can look at something sometimes and feel whether or not it was forced.
Right.
Or if it was really flowing from here.
Yeah.
Or it came from a place where, oh, you're just trying to get seen and get some quick money, and that's all it is. You know, whatever the purpose, I don't care. For me though, it's always me just having this dialogue with myself. And you know what? I'm so happy that there are people out there that buy my work, collect my work, that feel my energy or feel even my healing through my pieces, because that's the intention. So I started coming up with smaller pieces. My, bigger pieces are, getting up there because they're, I have my main paintings. I have some paintings down at the Metropolitan at the 9 in downtown Cleveland. I had an exhibit in 2016 at the Charles H. Wright Museum of African American History. Got one of my paintings sold there. It was like a group show for the Bombay Sapphire and Artesian series, which is run by Russell Simmons.
Nice.
Who now is following me on IG. And then he reposted a couple of my posts. I was like, nah, honey. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Huh?
That's good stuff right there.
What'd you say?
I said that's good stuff right there. I could believe that, because your stuff is great. I've seen your work. So, on social media and all the stuff that you do and just the brand that you're making for yourself.
I'm having fun. Dhylles, if you can't have fun, I don't know I don't know why I would be doing it in the first place. I enjoy seeing people advance in life, and I'm in the DJ community because I run that weekly show, the Friday Night Mix with Lo. I'm having my Angie Martinez moment. Oh, that's my girl, okay? Yeah. I know you know Angie.
Oh yeah.
The queen of radio in New York. But
Angie Martinez.
Shout out to her. But I'm breaking into this electronic scene with my own personality and my own love, because that's a music that I connect with a lot. That there's a frequency. There's a real, if you look up what electronic dance music is and like the frequency that it runs on, it actually is something that if you meditate on, you can feel your soul without all of the words drowning. Sometimes we gotta go, and that's why I like techno. Techno is like the heartbeat. I want to feel how my heart sounds. Whether it's dark, whether it's upbeat with the house. When I go with house music, it's like that spiritual dance, and it's just that celebration of life, and it's it's just so big and wonderful and just awesome when you feel it. It's like, that's why they call it the church of the music, because you feel within that. And then there's just different ones. The trance, something progressive house. There's all of these genres, but all of these people who are producing the highest form of energy that's out there. Music is it. It's the one thing that connects and unifies us all.
Yeah, agreed.
It's the one thing that we can do all together, and there's genuinely peace in that environment. And you got people from all walks of life, and that's what I love about dance music, because it does that effortlessly. When I go to Movement every year in Detroit, Detroit has my heart, honey. I have an art show in Detroit this weekend.
Nice.
Detroit is receiving LOLO very well, and I can't even tell y'all how that makes me feel.
I could
Seriously.
imagine.
And the dance music out there is just elevated. It's amazing. The transformation that Detroit has made, and Cleveland and Akron, all coming up together. Boom, boom, boom. It's like this rising of major communities of people, and it's all being done through arts and culture.
Nice.
And people want to feel a sense of community. That's why I'm here. That's why I've stayed here for so long, because that's what honors my own soul, my own purpose, having a sense of family, community, and being able to have shared interests with people through art, through music, through conversation, through wine.
Through wine.
And good fashion.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, okay, I'm wearing this shirt, okay?
That's beautiful.
Look at this, right?
That's nice, yeah.
The San Francisco designer that I met, her and I fell in love. Her name is Yvette Swank, and she is the designer of Swankity Swank in San Francisco. She does these beautiful designs, these flowy garments, and I'm all for my flowy garments. I don't know, I feel so beautiful in them. You know, for some, it's just me. I don't always like things that are too fitted. And I can rock some things that are fitted, but I just don't. I feel like I'm like this. I just want to float on air when I'm out. I want to look like an angel, a guru, like some sort of a peace of mind to people when they see me. I don't want to look extra. I just want to look free. This makes me feel free.
That's beautiful.
And she made me her brand ambassador.
Very nice.
And at 45, I'm modeling. I have not modeled since my 20s. Now, there's a point to the story, because like I said, time means nothing. Because when you do stuff that you love, sometimes those things, and you do it good. I've helped models along the way, their journey. But at one point, I never could ever see myself like, I always saw myself getting back in front of the camera, but I knew that it was going to take some time, because there was a lot of years that I was not. I was a single mother. I was doing my job. I was raising that took precedence. That was my priority.
Right.
Making sure that they were secure and they were good. And then I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that the universe would have my back, and that it would deliver blessings if I continue to do a good job.
Yeah.
And it did. Here, one day I'm sitting on my couch, and next day I'm modeling with teenagers downtown Cleveland for like 3 different companies, wearing some clothes by this artisan clothing company that's here, and it's awesome, And it was just an amazing experience. It brought me out of the shell, and I was like, wow. It's just like, I loved every minute of it. I loved working with these girls, and, we all clicked, and I felt my inner teenage spirit coming through again. It's just, that girl never died. I don't know why we're trying to grow old. You know what I mean? I think we should be growing young. We should be wanting to play more. And if there's a message I want to set out there to the world, it's just to play more. Stop being so damn serious. People are too damn serious. And they're not enjoying enough of their life.
Exactly.
So this reminds me to keep enjoying, to stay fabulous, wear my heels, put some lipstick, throw my shades on, honey, drink my wine, and
rock it out.
Here she is.
Well, with that being said, thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can everyone find you? Your artwork, your massage business, all that stuff. Just give us all that information, because I know everybody's going to be watching like, oh, I want some artwork.
Okay, loloknows.com. Simple. LOLOKNOWS. You will find everything there. All of my links, all of my social media. You can log, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can also, get all of the SoundClouds from even all of the DJs that, that represent the LOLO Knows, and continue to make the Friday Night Mix show pop. SoundCloud. got a nice little SoundCloud going, and yeah, I make use of all those things, all those. But I have a few. I don't try to, and I have Mixcloud, but that's kind of like it. Not that's kind of in. I go on and off there. I have my main ones, and you can find them all on the front page of my website.
All right, cool.
My art, everything.
Cool. All right, girl. So thank you so much for coming on the show. I truly, truly appreciate it. Very humbled by it. And like I said,
I'm humbled by you, my beautiful queen. Thank you for doing this with me. And I'm so happy to have been asked by you to do this.
Of course. I was like, I got to get Lolo on the show.
I'm going to blog this. Is there, can I blog this on my,
You can blog it. I'll send you all the information. Once the producers from Source Radio Network edits everything, I'll definitely send you all the information. You can go ahead and blog it all you want.
Awesome. Thank you, baby.
Thank
you.
Bye. So happy Friday again, guys. Source Nation. We had an amazing interview with Lolo. Make sure you check her out, loloknows.com. Once again, before I leave for today, I have to thank our sponsors yet again: Zulina Health, Wellness, and Fitness, Paper to Films Productions, Meet My Types Matchmaking, Revolution Mills Renovations, and New Covenant of Praise Worship Center. Thank you so much again for our sponsors. Happy Friday. If you are traveling, travel safe if you're home. Glad that you're home. Positive energy, love, and light to all around the world. Again, Dhylles Victoria here, Queen of Sip and Chat Movement, Sip and Chat Movement World Changers TV show with Source Radio Network. Talk to you next time, guys. Bye.
Get at me for beats, yo.